A cultural competence guide for employers. Why is it so important for employers nowadays to learn more about cultures and how to manage employees from different cultures? Well, our work environment becomes more and more diverse, even in Poland, which is pretty much monocultural country. However, times are changing, and we're experiencing year by year more and more foreign workforce. And there are not only people from countries that are relatively close to Poland, but also people from countries from India, Bangladesh, Indian subcontinent, which are very much different. What are the risks for the employers of not embracing and not employing the right strategy, which is based on extending their cross-cultural knowledge? Well, primarily it's leading to misunderstandings, a lot of miscommunication in their everyday work environment. As we all know, it can lead to increasing stress level, frustration amongst employees, less efficient work, and effectively loss of business or losing out on business opportunities. As business owners, we don't want that. Therefore, applying cultural competence is another skill that is very much needed in today's world. So, how do we do it? We need to realize that cross-cultural competence has four main components. First of them is awareness, being aware that the cultures differ. Second of it is our attitude, what we think, and what is leading to that, how we behave towards other cultures. If we have any stereotypes or prejudices, it will come out and it will show in our way of behaving and conducting everyday business. Knowledge. How much do we know about other cultures, about their traditions, about their values? What is important to them? What is their motivation? Why do they do the things the way they do it? Okay, being aware and not judging, but being curious and willing to learn. So the last element of developing cross-cultural competence is skills. So first of all, willingness being open, being maintaining open mind into how to improve our communication, our interaction with employees on a daily basis. So these are all the components which are very much crucial, and they create the basis for it's like a starting point for developing cultural competence. Today I'm going to give you a few very quick tips which are a little bit general. However, you can very quickly adopt them into your daily work life. First of all, become aware that cultures differ, and our own culture is quite specific. Okay, and it's not necessarily the same as the mindsets of other people. For example, Polish people are perceived sometimes as being negative, as being moaning and complaining. For us, it's normal, and we don't perceive ourselves in this way. It is due to the fact that we really focus on something that needs to be improved. So we don't really praise other cultures, like people from the Arab world or Asian countries. They praise a lot. Polish people do not have this need of praising. If something is good, that means it's okay, and we don't really pay so much attention into if it's something good. Okay, no need to mention that. However, if there's something missing out or can be improved, then we only focus on that. So, because of that fact, we are being perceived us constantly talking about the shortfalls and things that are not working out. So once you have this awareness, it really changes the dynamics of like, okay, other people can also perceive me in a certain way. So create this open-minded mindset, a curious mind. Ask why or ask how. How is it done in your culture? Why do you do the things you do this way? And let them explain. Just be curious. Because what can happen, you can only learn and you can enhance your own understanding. Second of all, you have to be patient. Just like an onboarding process of new employees takes time. With employees coming from different cultural backgrounds, it can take even longer. You must have noticed that the thing that people usually notice first are the language barriers or maybe accent. We are taught language in different ways, and we not always communicate exactly the same way as far as language is concerned. So even catching the same words can take a little bit of time. So just be patient with your employees, be patient with yourself, and include the timing into planning. So allow certain processes or things to take a little bit more time when you're dealing with foreign employees, so that you will avoid the frustration and stress. Get to know the people as individuals. Um, don't treat them as a one big mass, even if they are just a regular worker or maybe physical workers. They are still people. They are individuals. They have their own motivation for doing whatever they are doing, for coming over to another country, and try to perceive them this way. Um, Establish norms for your teams. For you and maybe your current team, it might be evident that you do things in a certain way. However, when you're bringing new employees, especially from other cultures, it is really, really helpful to define how you want things to run. So it can be implemented in the form of standard operating procedures or any other guidelines that are present in your company. Um, that will help to people just to be on the same page. And as you know, as a boss, as a leader, people perform better once they know where they are going. And at the moment of frustration, you might focus on the benefits. So do not allow the negative mindset to step in. Just focus on what is the benefit for you when having this situation. So look into what's good about it and how can you and your company and your employees benefit from the situation of having international employees in your company. And the last very important tip: build a support network. Um, you're not expected to know everything, and this is a very new skill, and very few people have it. So seek for knowledge and experience of people who have been dealing with foreign cultures. Educate yourself, get their support, get their advice, etc. And the other part of the support is emotional support. This situation may bring a lot of anxiety, sometimes stress, maybe frustration, maybe uneasiness. So create the supportive environment for yourself in order to cope with these new challenges better.